चलो, पिछले वाले में बहुत बेकार नंबर आए, अभी अच्छे करने पड़ेंगे। जंजर शक्ति द डिवाइन फेमिनिन। ये बताओ, चित्रा बनर्जी, Pulkesh II assumed the title of Dakshin Saturn Lord of South. What percent of the total percent of the house? क्या? Women elected in the Lok Sabha in 2024 general election constitute approximately what percentage of the total strength of house? In which year did India refuse to participate in the FIFA World Cup held in Brazil? क्या था इसका? Mendeleev's correct position in which of the following elements in his tables? Tops of states are located in. What does a paper cup contain? Water, not catch fire. When an acid reacts with a base, which of the following is slash are produced? Salt and water. Which of the smallest gland in human body? Smallest. Pituitary gland. Smallest. Knee hold and ankle hold तो कबड्डी में होती है. The annual International Kite Festival is considered the festival of. Question है. Who was the chief commander of Mir Jafar ना? No idea. Which one of the following is not a feature of National Capital Goods Policy 2016? National Capital Goods Policy 2016. Increase in state of domestic capital good production, facilitate improvement in technology depth across subsectors, increase exports of capital goods, seek to launch technological development fund. Now average altitude of the International Space Station. बाकी सब 0 में दे रखे हैं, ये नहीं दे रखा. 1000 pillar. New temple is located in the town of Hanmakonda. Was built by. टेम्पल जहांगीर औरंगजेब क्यों बनाएंगे? कृष्णदेव राय ने नहीं बनाया होगा ये. दो उसने बनाया कृष्णदेव राय ने सिर्फ. ये रुद्रदेव नहीं होगा फिर. Which of the following is a primary economic activity? Farming, mining, In the footsteps of Mahatma Gandhi, sanitation is written by following author. Sudarshan Iyengar, Vinoba Bhave. फोर्थ, फ्रॉग में 3 होंगे, 4, मछली में 2 होते हैं, सारे एम्फीबियंस में 3 होते हैं, क्रोकोडाइल में शायद 3। क्या है लेशा 2 in on 13 April the following incident took place in India. जलियांवाला बाग massacre. He spent money on his holiday as if he were a millionaire. सही है. The transaction is profitable to me. For me. Transaction is profitable for me. To me. Your sister will say that she has lost her pen again. Will say. Your sister will say. Uh, read the instruction before you start making the dish. The Deepa's mother said to her. Deepa's mother told her. Said to her. Her to read the instruction before dish. Gift of gab. मुंह चलाने में माहिर. We were great friends at school, but dash when we went to different university, but drifted apart, drifted out, drifted along, drifted apart, drifted apart. Drifted apart होगा कि drifted along होगा? Apart ही होगा, अलग हुआ है ना? Identify the incorrect sentence from the following. I take pride to serve my country. Pride to serve my country. He is addicted to smoking. You are fortunate in having an intelligent and obedient son. Are fortunate in having. ये दोनों तो गलत है ना. I take pride to serve my country. सही है. The dedicated teacher labored assiduously to her pupils if in achieving success. Labored assiduously to aid her. Her new house will be occupied by the tenants. The tenants. Sorry. Sam writes a letter every week. The letter is written The letters कैसे होगा? The letters are being written by Sam. As a general journalist, there are several type of media that one shall work in, such as print, online, and or television. There, as a journalist, there are several types of media that one shall work in, such as print, online, or television. Several type of medias होगा नहीं. Media that one shall work in, such as print, online. कॉमा हट जाएगा ना यहाँ पे. और नहीं आएगा. फिर ये हटेगा या ये हटेगा. अगर ये नहीं हुआ ना, ये तो आना नहीं चाहिए. Shyam dash the movie before he read the review. He read the review, had watched. Some watched, had watched. Picking the correctly spelled word. Lenient. 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 Li. Li. नी एंट ये भी हो सकती है. मैं नहीं कर रहा है. Many prisons even today are overcrowded and squalid places. A fact or situation that is observed to exist or happens, especially on one who or explanation cause or explanation is in question. Yeah, fact or situation that is observed to exist or happen, especially one whose cause or explanation is in the question. Yeah, is in the question. Demonstration, normalcy, phenomena. Fact or situation that is observed to exist or happen, especially one whose cause or experimentation is in question. Is in question. Explanation is in question. क्या मतलब है इसका? What term refers to a person who has excessive interest or admiration of themselves? Narcissistus. Select the word which is nearest to the meaning to the word surmise. है? Represent, prosaic, conjecture. क्या भारी भारी वर्ड है. The police expressed doubts about the veracity of her story. क्या करें? वेरासिटी का अंटोनिम, वेरासिटी मतलब कुछ सच्ची बात। बैक अवे, to retreat, to criticize someone. He backed away. One family plays a very major role to continue the trend and old traditions. One family plays a very major role to continue the trends. Consider the following statement: use the lower guitar strings. Lower strings are somewhat used to guitar strings के बारे में पढ़ना है, ठीक है। सबसे पहले, for centuries the classical guitar strings were made up of sheep or cow guts. But since 1940s, the top three strings began to be made up of nylon, uh, with the both three strings from multi-filament nylon core with copper. For a while, string manufacturers would buy the raw materials from fishing lines manufacturers, but durable strings made of fluorocarbon polymers are increasingly popular these days. Ever since 1948, when the string manufacturer Albert Augustine discovered that nylon was an as effective and as effective alternative to gut, this synthetic substance has been the main major use of the top three strings right through the present day. In the 21st century, string makers started to use special polymer called polyvinyl fluoride, also known as fluorocarbon, although strings manufacturer commonly refers to simple as carbon. What makes these carbon strings so special is that they have physical qualities that results in a big brighter and more protecting tone. Andres Sorgovia played on the gut string for the early part of his career in 1910, and that had a distinctive sound, rounder but also somewhat duller than the nylon string that he was central to developing with Augustine. And the performance such as Julian used in 1960 gradually becoming an extremely popular instrument. Segovia's influence over the development of guitar strings playing was immense, but he used to finger the music in distinctive ways that now arguably less in fashion. He could choose between playing notes in higher pitch, such as the seventh fret, or in a low position closer to the head of guitar. He tends to play higher on the fretboard when players on modern guitar strings many of pieces in sound more lyrical and brighter if played in lower positions. And as a consequence, performing guitarists today often use quite different finger rings from those. Sometimes the distinctive sounds of the lower guitar is exploited by composers who write melodies using the metal wounded fourth, fifth, and sixth string. The orchestra, because there are many instances in the musical history where the cellos is particularly which you could say are loosely represented by the fourth and fifth strings of the guitar. Were given rich and prominent melodies to play. A particularly good example of this, well known to many guitarists, would be Prelude number 1, 1940, this, which opened with the extended passage of melody that used the fifth and yeah, फालतू का पैसेज है. The lower string of something used the melody lines by composers. Melody lines by composers कहाँ थे? Such as this composers who write melodies using the metal fourth, fifth, and sixth string. Lower strings by the composer. Lower, अब इसमें lower higher तो है नहीं, मेरे को पता नहीं गिटार कैसे बजाते हैं, अब मैं क्या ढूंढता रहूंगा. Many instances. टॉप थ्री ट्रेबल स्ट्रिंग, तो ये टॉप थ्री है, ये बॉटम नहीं है. ये तो नहीं हो जाएगा फिर. The sound of the lower strings on the guitar is comparable to the cellos in an orchestra. सबसे बेकार लगता है मुझे ये बकवास करना. ये देख लेते हैं हम पहले. पेडर नंबर 1 लोडल का नाम है ये रहा. Is an example of piece that features melodies on the top three treble string. ये ठीक है. Treble string ये सही है, ये तो सही है. ये नहीं लग रहा है क्योंकि टॉप थ्री है ये तो. और of the melody using fifth and fourth string supported the bass of sixth and तो ये टॉप थ्री हो गए, तो ये नहीं होएगा, बी और सी होएगा फिर. Which can down from the relation between guitar string material and performance practice. Any string material have no effect on guitarist approach. Development and both tone and qualities of the instrument and fingering choose by the performers. So this is the following statement, but about Segovia play and influence. He used to finger his music in a distinctive way that is now arguably less in fashion. If he could choose between playing notes in higher positions such as seventh fret or in lower position close to the handle girth, he tends to play higher in fretboard. When played on modern piece of repertoire, sound more lyrical and brighter in played in lower position and is considered when used to quite different fingertips on score. कहाँ गया ये फेरेट बोर्ड? हायर ऑन फेरेट बोर्ड है, ये तो ठीक है. पर सभी पेपर नोट्स सच एज द सेवेंथ फ्रेट इसमें है क्या? ठीक ही है लग रहा है. ठीक है. Modern guitars often use the same finger liner and being Savinian reporting a lower position on modern guitar string can result in more lyrical and better sound. Yes. What can be inferred about the evolution of कितने मिनट मैंने वेस्ट कर दिए ना इतने कितना टाइम हो गया and fit about the evolution of classical guitar sounds since 1940. The sound remained unchanged. नहीं, advancement में थोड़ा possibility only a lower string change made from the cut. What is the tone of the passage? Informative and analytical. बस हो गया भाई एक बार इंग्लिश का देख ले तो मैं क्या है लीनियंट ली नी एंड ऐसे होगा क्या या ली नी एंड फील तो आ रही है कि ये वाली होगी स्पेलिंग वे भी सही नहीं है 100 भी नहीं पहुंच पा रहा मैं क्या कमी है झंझर चंबा झंझर झंझर चंबा ये गलत है ये क्या नंबर है ये 13.63 है which of the following is our product salt and water ही तो होगा acid and with react with base salt and water नहीं बनेगा salt water and heat हाँ oh my god genial कहना है ये कैसे गलत है व्हाट इज द आर प्राइमरी इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज ट्रांसपोर्ट नहीं आएगा थर्ड टर्सरी में आएगा कम्युनिकेशन भी टर्सरी में आएगा सी और डी ओ माय गॉड मैंने बी और सी कर दिया था मैं बेवकूफ हूँ आइंगर sanitation लेशाला टू is a folk dance of which of the state लेशाला पटू नागालैंड इंग्लिश में भी इतने गलत your sister will say that she has lost her pen I take pride to serve my country pride take pride in serving हो जाएगा क्या is addicted to smoke A and B you're fortunate enough to having an intelligent है lenient सही है many prisoners even today are overcrowded and squaled Q U A I QUALID squared गंदी होगी शायद इसका पूछा क्या है ऑप्शन नियरेस्ट अर्चिन ट्वाड्री मक्की स्क्वायर डर्टी हाँ A fact of situation that is observed to exist or happen, especially one whose cause or explanation is in question. क्या मीनिंग है इसका? फिनोमिना बेकार, एकदम मीनिंग ही कुछ अजीब है. सरमाइस, the word nearest in the meaning of surmise. Surmise, surmalish, surmise, represent prosaic conjecture, delusion, conjecture, definite without definitive knowledge. Conjecture means to about something real, proof of evidence. Nearest कैसे हो गया? Someone just suppose that something is true without definitely knowing. और conjecture का meaning है something without real proof or evidence. Sentence नहीं है कुछ. She surmised that her flight was delayed. Guess करना मतलब. From the given meaning both. Conjecture. Prosaic means ordinary. Delusion is a false belief. From back away. अब देखा ये भी गलत हो गया. बैक अवे का मतलब रिट्रीट भी होता है, रिफ्यूज भी हो सकता है. ही बैक्ड अवे फ्रॉम डूइंग द थिंग्स. ये वाला गलत है. ये सही है क्या? Sometimes the distinct sound of lower string applied by melodies. तो ये सही हो गया. Sound of the lower stringer compared to cellos is an orchestra. Cellos और orchestra मैंने कहीं तो पढ़ा था, पर मैं कहाँ पढ़ा था पता नहीं. तो ए और सी तो सही है, तो तीनों सही है क्या? सिर्फ ए एंड बी सही है, सी गलत है. ये कैसे गलत है भाई? ये क्या लिखा हुआ है? Which operates an extended passage melody that uses fifth and fourth string, top three string, treble string, supported by a bass note of sixth string with accompanied chords playing with the top of three string. ये क्या है? इसलिए मुझे ऐसे बकवास नहीं पसंद. ये कुछ भी उठपटांग देते हैं, पता नहीं कहाँ से उठा के. तो दादा स्कोर अच्छा नहीं है, और चाहिए, और करना पड़ेगा. देखते हैं और क्या क्या कर सकते हैं हम. छोड़ेंगे नहीं. बाय बाय बाय. बाय बाय.